everyone and bring your mothers.
I don't have any more questions.
You've never seen silver the way you're going to see silver at this show.
I wanted to be an architect as a child, but I went off to do other things in my early career as a businessman. A friend of mine came and she had signed me up for a sculpture course in New York City. And the first day I walked in, I fell in love. Your art comes from inside. And on April 19th, 1995 was the Oklahoma City bombing. And there was an image of a fireman carrying, sadly, a dead child from the rubble of this building. And I was taken by that image, and I decided that I was going to do a sculpture of this fireman holding a child. 3 weeks later, I found myself in a little town in Italy called Pietrasanta, which means Saint Stone. This was a stone that eventually I carved this piece out of for Oklahoma City. It was my first serious sculpture, and a year later it was installed in the State Capitol building in Oklahoma, eventually ended in the museum. I started changing my work from traditional to much more abstract. I can twist things in ways that the human body can't be twisted. My artwork, in some ways, personifies who I am as a person. A sculptor can do things three-dimensionally. That's what I like about the dynamic of sculpture. Stone is nature, and you relate stone to eternity.
I'm Jeff Vogel for Art Buzz TV. Mirtia Moore is one of the artists, a jewelry artist, who is connected with the Manolis projects. What does it mean to be connected with the salon coming up?
We're actually a group of artists who come together to express and share ideas, and I happen to enjoy making jewelry, and that's my craft, so therefore we have expanded Manolis projects into the jewelry and silversmithing area. What I'm wearing is an example of a piece that I have made of silversmithing, and I like big and bold jewelry. I have different looks, and I've been making jewelry for 15 years. To me, it's about creation, and I love jewelry, and I love beauty, and I like big pieces, and so for me, it's just a form of expressing a part of who I am. What we create is really a reflection of our soul, and unfortunately, I usually don't have my own pieces to wear because I've sold them all. And so this is one of the rare instances where I'm wearing one of my pieces. But yes, it takes a part of, you always give a part of yourself in a good way to the other person. We have a very different approach to art, and we have the salon approach. So we like to share ideas, and we like to teach, and we are going to have a lecture series. So I think you can come here and find things that you wouldn't find elsewhere.
I'm Jeff Vogel for Art Buzz TV, and Rafael Balcazar is one of the artists connected with Manolis projects. How does it change you?
It is fantastic because through this salon project gallery, we have a community here, and it's fantastic to be able to hang out with the rest of the crew and exchange feelings, ideas, momentum.
Describe your work to me.
I photograph the ocean, and through the ocean I try to capture movement, and through movement I try to capture what is called time.
Wow. What draws you to the ocean?
I grew up most of my life in the ocean, on the beach and sailing, so it's part of my life.
One of your photographs is this beautiful golden beach. When you are framing a shot, what draws your attention?
I would say it's a momentum that catches because the ocean is always moving, and for some reason I just wait for that moment in which I feel it. I'm not even looking, I'm feeling mostly. We are making here the most amazing place in Miami. It is fantastic, community of fantastic artists, and welcome.
I'm Jeff Vogel for ArtBuzz TV, and Robert Butler is a silversmith who is part of the Manolis Projects. What does that mean?
That means I'm included in a really great group of artists.
And a big event coming up?
Yes, looking forward to it, Art Basel.
And the salon participants here at Manolis Projects also will be having a show.
Included in a group setting, which is very special.
How do you put a little bit of yourself into the work that you do?
Unlike a potter, a glassblower, or a painter, silver is slow motion. What takes those other arts hours takes me days. For the most part, it has to be planned. But on the other hand, what my master, the man who taught me, and what I turn out to be very good at is taking a sheet of silver and just going with it and going in a direction that's unexpected. I was trained as a functional English silversmith. I spent 5 years in England, and I think of my work as functional. If it's not functional, I'm not happy. It doesn't necessarily have to be what you think of as traditional, but I still like it to do its job. So if it's going to pour, it needs to pour well. If it's going to light a room, it needs to light the room well. If it's going to hold flowers, it needs to do that well.
So you have a real commitment to the craftsmanship.
I would say silversmithing of all the crafts is the most demanding. You can't do it without being in love with the craft.
I'm Jeff Vogel for ArtBuzz TV. Stephen Brownlee is one of several artists who are part of the salon at Stephen Manolis Projects.
Stephen Manolis Projects, and they've invited a few metalsmiths from the area to show and exhibit their work. So I work mostly in sterling silver.
Okay.
And the designs that I come up with, I take ideas from bridges and constructions, and I love movable parts. So I incorporate a lot of hinges and structural forms that usually you wouldn't see in jewelry. And usually we have to use magnification. I have to use magnification to see kind of what I'm doing. And the hinges and things that I'm constructing are on a very small scale. And the idea of having some kind of movable part or something to interact with, I think is fantastic and playful. And it makes things more interesting. So no longer is it